already. So yeah, I don't know if somebody has done this with your laptop or not. I haven't done that yet. Hope it will never happen. Yeah, this talk is basically about ownership. Who owns your laptop, or who? Are you really owning your laptop, or maybe somebody else has owns some parts and can do more than you can do? So where I come from, I'm a freelancer doing most work on OpenWrt and Coreboot, both for many years. Coreboot not so long as OpenWrt. OpenWrt is a free Wi-Fi routing operating system based on Linux. Yeah, it runs nearly on every Wi-Fi device, or it could. And Coreboot is a bootloader which you can run it on your laptop as well as on many other architectures like ARM, RISC-V, I don't know, MIPS even now. So it's a bootloader, and as example, it runs on this laptop. You can install it, and this is the talk about why you really want that. Does everybody knows these screens? Who have seen it? Please hand you up. Okay, most people have seen those nice screens. Yeah, this is a BIOS, or I will call it firmware. The firmware is that thing which runs first on your laptop. You have multiple parts of firmware. The BIOS is only one thing you will usually see. And yeah, it runs first, detects the boot media like hard drive, USB, whatever, and then it just boots OS. And it's usually the highest quality of source code you can find, like these nice screens. So yeah, let's see, go back to the ownership. Yeah, you can do it. I don't know if it's really good for the environment if you do that, but if you own your laptop, you can do it. You can also put nice stickers on it. This is a picture of a friend's notebook. So if you have any stickers left, I really need more. This laptop isn't, I wouldn't say it's new, but I bought it just a week ago. So I really need more of those. But now we come, if you want to replace a battery. If you got a modern laptop, like it depends which manufacturer or vendor, but if you have such laptop, the laptop tells you, hey, you are not allowed to use this nice cheap battery, you have to buy one of our batteries, one it's licensed. But there's no any reason for it. They say, hey, we don't, here's the really text, what's written there, you're not really allowed and we cannot guarantee. But really, if I buy a battery and the battery blows up, of course it's my fault. I can't tell it's Lenovo's fault, so because it wasn't Lenovo. So let's continue. What's that? Who knows it? It's a Wi-Fi card. Usually I got some problems with my Wi-Fi card. There was one network at the university. When I came there, logged into the network, I got internet for the first 20 seconds. Then, if I ping an host, I can see the response times. 5 milliseconds, 30, 1 second, 30 seconds, and it happens every time. So I must be really fast if I want any information on the Wi-Fi. And yeah, the really nice thing, I looked more into it because I have some wireless background, because working on OpenWrt. I found out the access point and my Wi-Fi card has both bugs, and they work really nice together. So my Wi-Fi card has a firmware, so nothing I can change. And they play really nice together. The channel is blocked. If they come together on a channel, it's really blocked. Nobody can talk on that channel. And the really nice thing is, if a Wi-Fi card loses the connection on one channel, it usually looks for another channel to talk with another Wi-Fi, and it repeats. It's really nice to be there around. Yeah, so I replaced the network card and this shows up. Yeah, so what you can do, it's really again, there's no reason why. So, what means ownership? Ownership means, yeah, you can destroy it, but you have, otherwise you have more like a license. Not even sure if it's a lifetime license, but you're allowed to use it. Yeah, so why this? Most because of security, but security is a hard word. The question is, who is security? And the thing is, it's not your security. It won't invade your system or so. It's only to secure the markets. And I would like to change that on my system. I really would like to have security, but now when the security comes, who knows that picture? At least one more, okay. This is Heartbleed. I don't know when it happens, I think 2 years ago, not sure. This is a serious bug in SSL communication. So HTTPS, secure connection, and this bug is not in this laptop. I have a second one, but the other one is vulnerable for that bug because firmware in the system can access, and you can access via HTTPS, and it's vulnerable. I'm not sure if there's a fix for that. I think in newer versions of that there might be a or there is a fix, but for that mainboard I don't know if the vendor gives me an update which fixes that bug. But there's also more. Rowhammer was a nice bug, which it's a hardware bug most likely, so you cannot really fix it with software. But yeah, I'm even not sure if really every vendor fixed that in the firmware. These bugs are really bad because with the Rowhammer, a website can get administrator rights or root permission only by writing things into your memory. So, but there's also another thing that is called SMM. SMM is on all x86, so the usual notebooks, laptops, computer, whatever. It's the highest privilege level. It's even higher. If your operating system runs, this mode has even more rights than your operating system can ever get, and it's full of bugs. And this mode when it was created, it was for fan control and such things, but they used it for several other stuff. But it's not so important why. It's buggy and they don't fix it. So let's think about Trojan horse comes. Some browser has security leaks, so operating system has too. They replace some parts of your firmware of your BIOS, and it will not go away. It's not really detectable. It's really hard to detect. If you reinstall your operating system, it's still there. You cannot fix. It's really hard to fix and hard to detectable. And yeah, how can we fix it? But there's a bonus point. Most systems are not up to date, so it's really easy to get to that point to place it in a thing where it's every time there. And it can, from this system management mode, it can access everything. There are no really limitation for that. So they got all the power and the bonus point. Yeah, so who updated the BIOS this year? Oh, okay. Last year, anybody who had? Okay. Still just a few people, not so many, but yeah, they don't do really update. They don't create updates only because of bugs. Because if you want new software, just buy a new laptop. If you're lucky, you get bug fixes. So now Coreboot comes in. Coreboot is some BIOS replacement. It can fix certain bugs. It's if it doesn't forbid anything. So you can replace a Wi-Fi card. It has it can mitigate some the Rowhammer, the memory bug it cannot fix it because the bug is in hardware. So, but you can do something against it. It helps a little bit, and yeah, it's completely open source. And thanks to Holger Lefsen, it's also reproducible. But the talk about reproducible is, I think, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I'm not sure when.
Day after.
Okay. Yeah. There's Lambie who holds the talk. Yeah. Okay. So what you really can do isn't so much, or is at least with the hardware which they gave you, because the vendor only knows money, and really you can try to say, hey, I don't want to buy your laptop, but I don't think they really hear you, because only money talks for the most big companies. If they see there's some money in it, they will give you an ear. But that's one. So the real thing to fix it: create open hardware, buy open hardware. And I wouldn't recommend using any x86 architecture. It's completely blown up. It's far from fixing. So it's so complex. The x86, Intel, AMD, whatever. I can't believe that they're still naming the x86 architecture an architecture. It's really messed up if you look more closely into it. Yeah. So, I think that was it? Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions for the speaker? Yes, we'll take one from the front first.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. In the ARM ecosystem, I guess that's the next platform perhaps to use. And in a few years, you'll get fast enough ARM laptops and everything. I guess just the hope is that there won't be any closed source binary blobs, but then invariably GPU vendors will always have like some firmware, I guess. So I guess we can try to mitigate that in certain ways.
Yeah, the problem is not the architecture, but I don't think x86 is fixable. But ARM isn't going bad as well. There's also something similar to the system management mode. It's called Trusted Execution Zone. I haven't looked closely into it, but it's also some place where they put things to it. I'm not sure if it's memory separated from your operation, but yeah, they want to also place new technology, new things they can buy to the user into it. I think we must change our thinking about what we really want, because as long as they just invent the same feature, say, hey, we have a new feature, we want that, and you can't look into it, yeah, the thinking must change. Otherwise, ARM is at the same state in 1 to 5 years.
Yeah, sorry, we had another question from you.
I assume that every mainboard is supported. Is there a list of supported mainboards for laptops I can run Coreboot on?
Excuse me, can you repeat it?
I assume that every mainboard is supported by Coreboot. So is there a list of mainboards / laptops I can run Coreboot on?
Yeah, there is a list. It's most time it's not so easy to install Coreboot. On foreign laptops, there are laptops and mainboards which comes with Coreboot, and I would recommend using that more than installing it, because no vendor is supporting Coreboot if they are not running Coreboot. Like this one, Lenovo, Apple, they don't really want that we are running Coreboot on their laptops. But there's a list online on Coreboot.org, and basically every laptop can support Coreboot, but it's really a huge, it's a time-consuming action to support a new mainboard.
I think I can really identify with you when you say that try to change your battery or something like that, or Wi-Fi card. The thing throws up on you and tells you that you did not go back to the manufacturer to get that. I'm concerned that they would do something like that to hard disk or memory or something like that. Is there any way to manually override that so that it says that I buy this hard disk or something like that because my old hard disk kaput and I have to buy a new hard disk? I just buy one from somewhere in Simlim and put it in, and then you get that message. Is there some way to manually override that?
The protection. The protection is there's no simple way to do that. You have to replace the BIOS.
Yeah, if you install Coreboot.
So if you use Coreboot, you can if you use Coreboot, you can replace the Wi-Fi, not the battery. The battery is a little bit difficult because not the BIOS, not the CPU say I don't like your battery. It's another chip with another firmware which says I don't like that battery. But you can install an update to that firmware and they will accept it. But it's not an easy way, and you have to do a lot of work to create such update.
Are firmware particular to the operating system or just what do you call it? Because as far as I know, it should not be particular, but many of the firmware are.
Excuse me, so what?
No, so if you were to download a firmware,
yeah,
they would say this firmware is made specially for Windows, let's say.
Yeah.
Right, and of course, naturally, we all being open source people, none of us run Windows, right?
Yeah, but it's not the problem that they implement all the features, not in a driver for Windows. They implementing such security features in the BIOS, which is the first program which runs, and they don't want us to change the battery. And yeah.
So even downloading a new firmware will not help?
No. You have to use an hacked firmware, I would say.
I see.
Let's not get too judgy about Windows, because some people have to use Windows at work.
Windows still works with Coreboot.
Sorry? Yeah. I have one question actually. That's a good thing. I have one question about, because I've not really heard about Coreboot before. Many of the newer operating systems use a UEFI boot system. Does that play well with Coreboot? Does it matter?
Play well? I wouldn't say play
Can
well.
Can you install a new Windows?
Yes, you can. I wouldn't recommend using UEFI with Coreboot. It's possible, but as Windows 10 is also working with Coreboot, I would just say. It's a little bit, it would go more deeper into the topic.
Alright.
Yeah.
So how safe is the installation? For example, there's 3-4 days left of conference left. If I gave you my laptop, I'd quite like to have my laptop for the rest of the conference. What are my chances?
It depends on the hardware. If it's supported, there's still a small risk. I have never broke a laptop since I installing Coreboot on other
There's always a
laptops.
first time.
No. I think I installed 20 or 30 laptops with Coreboot. I haven't broke one yet, but it's still possible because it's electronic procedure, which is not so nice. Because nobody reverse engineered yet the complete path of updating the Lenovo BIOS. But because we are opening the laptop, look for the chip where the BIOS is in it, put some clamp on it, and flash it. But this is it's working. It's not the recommended way to flash an flash and chip. But yeah, we are looking for people who like reverse engineer BIOS updates, so we can just give out a BIOS update, which is Coreboot. But it's possible. I think it would take 1 hour for your laptop. If it's a good laptop, I think there's some small hardware difference which makes life a little bit harder.
Alright. Do we have any last questions? If not, thanks again, Vincis.